right? So it's as I told you, it's very great to see you all, and I thought of having this particular program because it's quite some time that we met last time. So before your exam, I thought it's now time where we have another program and we brush up our knowledge before the exam, because whatever we do last moment, right, most of the time will come in the exam. Okay, so whatever we do in the last moment will probably come in the exam. So before we start the session, uh, I want that to see to know whether you guys hear me, right? All of you. If you guys hear me, just type. Please type yes, so then I know that you hear me well, right? Please type yes if you hear me well. Great, great, super. So I see that you guys can hear me well, and hope you guys can see me. If you see me well, uh, right, and type yes if you see me well. All right, great, superb, superb, and great. So one what you call for one time, if you can open your videos and see, and show your face, because I haven't seen you for quite some time. If you can, that's great. Afka, I see you, right? Right. Superb. Krishanti, Charit, great, great. Good job. Right. Nice to see you all. Right. Basair, yes. Good. Prasant, great. Super. Okay, now you can close your videos as well. Students, one small etiquette. Please mute all of your mics, right? So that avoids annoying sounds to all, right? Great, good. Now this is the important part, right? We will keep it for 1 hour maximum. Sorry, 1 to 1.5 hours time maximum. So uh, we will get the maximum out of this particular session. As I always tell you, the whatever we do at the last final will be the things that are very important, right? That's my experience with your exam. Uh, so hope you can hear me, right? Soumya can't hear me. Others, you hear me? Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
Just type yes if you hear me. Yes, right, great. Super. Soumya, check your settings. Students, it's like this. Now, hope all of you have attended the online mock exam, right? All of you have done online mock exam. Hope CS Sri Lanka has repeated the same online mock exam for both the times. දෙපාරටම එකම online mock එක තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ repeat කරේ. Point number 1. First point, I hope you have your note පොඩි notepad එකක් තියෙනවත් හොඳයි pen එකත් එක්ක with your pen. Students, point number 1, online mock exam or the mock exam that you have done, be prepared. You will get an exam, let's say, how I can say, almost very similar to that. Okay, you get my point. You get an exam, the questions, right? Most of the time very similar to what you have got in the exam, online mock exam. That's first point. So are you happy with that? Right, right? You will get questions very similar to what you have got in your online mock exam. Very similar, right? So I have shared with you online mock exam link. I have shared with you the online mock exam answers as well. right ඔයගලන්ට mock exam paper එක මම share කරා guys can you hear me some people are saying they can't hear me well any disturbance give me a moment can't you hear me someone students if anyone has not muted their microphone please mute because it's and what do you call others are feeling what do you call difficult to now is it okay I am muting the people who are right now is it okay all right
Yes.
great all right super okay Rohan thanks right now the point I was mentioning you will get an exam very similar to your online mock exam so go through answers that I have given you the suggested answer of the examiner go through it be prepared with that right ඒකත් එක්ක පොඩ්ඩක් prepare වෙලා ඉන්න go through it and be prepared with it and the next point very important now you have very few days to come I just wanted to touch on some important questions that are coming definitely in your paper ඔයගලගේ paper එකේ එන important questions some important questions that I want to touch and I want to tell you how to answer those important questions because at the last moment also I want to give you some important points regarding how to answer those important areas first thing students number 1 අර මම හැම වෙලේම කියන වගේ as I tell you every time all the time keep an eye on your action verb එක ගැන හොඳට ඔළුව තියාගෙන ඉන්න keep an eye on that don't get carried away with the exam is an open book exam එක open book කියලා ඒක හන්දා open book හරි අපිට ඔක්කොම ලේසි පොත බලාගෙන ලියන්න පුළුවන් එම කියලා open book එකෙන් carried away වෙන්න එපා right ඒක මගේ වචන වලින් කිව්වොත් එම බක පඬිත වෙන්න එපා right even though it's open book even though it's open book you still have to answer right open book උනත් ඔයාලට answer කරන්න පුළුවන් ඒක මේ answer කරන්න වෙනවා ඒක හන්දා හරියට theory ටික දැන් බලන්න very important theory and what I have taught you students question by question can we see the study pack is that for sure yes study pack එක තියාගෙන බලන්න අවුලක් නැහැ no problem study pack එක බැරි නම් whatever you want keep it with you බලාගෙන ලියන්න හැබැයි ඉතින් the thing is you have to save your time right ඔය බලන හැම එකම even though we say it is an open book ඔයා බලන්න if you refer to the notes study pack and everything that means it eats up your time ඒක වගේ වෙලාව නාස්ති වෙනවා study pack නෙමෙයි standards නෙමෙයි whatever you have you can keep it with you the point is if you keep it if you refer it will eat up your time so ඒක manage කරන්න very important you have to manage that properly ඒක manage කරගෙන කරන්න පුළුවන් විදියට last in whatever you want you can keep it with you right very important අනිත් points අර internet connection එක හොඳ තැනකට යන්න important basic points ටික ඔළුවේ තියාගන්න very important right ඒ ටික තියාගෙන වැඩේට බහින්න you can do it properly shall we for one last moment one last time before the exam shall we take question by question අපි අපේ exam එකේ එන question by question අපි අරගෙන අපි පොඩ්ඩක් discuss කරගමු කොහොමද මේකට අපි face කරන්න කියලා right? How we are facing these questions, right? So can we type answers in Word document and upload? You can't do it. Word document එකේ type කරලා upload කරන්න බෑ. You can't do that. For that, examiner is giving you a space ඒකේ කරන්න. Whatever additional things you can attach, you can make as attachments, but answers you have to provide in the given space by the examiner. Examiner දීපු given space එකේ answer දෙන්න. Attachments are for your working, which you can upload, right? Good. Any questions if you are come across, please put it here. And very encouraging thing that I want to tell you before I go to questions. Students, this is being the first online mock exam, online exam. Chances of you passing is extremely high, right? Pass when the chance ready. As I told you, expect the exam paper similar to what you got in your mock exam, right? Mock exam එක ආපු එකට similar ඒවා ටිකක් ගන්න. ඒවා similar ඒවා ටිකක් තමයි එන්නේ, right? Be prepared for that. Great. See. Now, hope you all have received. I asked IAS to send you exam questions instructions to you. Hope you have received this. Can you guys see my screen? Mage screen එක පේනවද ඔයගලන්ට? පොඩක් type කරන්න yes කියලා. If you can see, just type yes if you can see. All right, great. Okay. Good. Superb. You can see my screen. Great. Students, I have developed a small document. මොනවා හරි ඔයගලන්ට before that ඔයාලට මොනවා හරි ඇහෙන්නේ නැත්නම් පේන්නේ නැත්නම් මොනවා හරි issue එකක් තියෙනවා නම් පටස් ගාලා මට කියන්න, right? Good. Guys, in your paper, I will come last to the MCQ questions. MCQ වලට මම අන්තිමට එන්නම්. Before that, I will take question by question and I will brush up your knowledge, brush up your answering, right? The very easiest question is your ethics question. Ethics එක තමයි ඔයාලට තියෙන ලේසිම question එක answer කරන්න, right? Ethics question එක ඔයාලා answer කරද්දී, when you are answering your ethics question, general rules ටිකක් තියෙනවා ඔයගලන්ට ඔළුවේ තියාගන්න. මේක ඔයාලට මම එවන්න I will share to my WhatsApp groups as well this particular instructions. Ethics question. Students, point number 1. First point, read ethics question very carefully. All right? Questions දෙකයි ethics වලින් වාට එන්නේ. You are getting 2 questions. One is identify threats to independence. Eka definitely එනවා. Threats to independence, and the other one safeguards, right? What the audit firm can do. Threats and safeguards තමයි questions දෙක. But when you are answering, see the action verb. Answer කරද්දී action verb එක බලන්න. Right? When you are answering, see the action verb. If the examiner asks you to outline the threats, generally he is not asking to outline, he is asking to analyze or discuss the threat. When you are answering analysis or discussion of the ethical threat, what you have to do, students, is take the issue, right, from the conceptual framework, get the issue, take it out and discuss it, right? Eka discuss karan, threat eka discuss karan. When you are discussing the threat, touch upon independency and what is the ethical principle that will be breached. Breach when ethical principle ekai, independency වලට තියෙන impact එකයි discuss කරන්න. Very critical, right? Extremely important. So මේක explain කරද්දී general rules තියෙනවා. First thing, most things can be explained in one rule, right? One sentence explain karanna. Examiners are not looking for dictionary definitions, but not far off. Just listing titles will not get full marks. Nikang self interest, self review kiwa කියලා සත පහක ලකුණක් හම්බ වෙන්නේ නැහැ. You will not get any mark, right? I'm so critical. මම critical ටිකක් සැරෙන් මේ ටික කියන්නේ. I have seen so lot of answers of you just saying self interest. Self interest කාගේද? මොකද්ද? Self interest කොහෙන් දෙන්නේ? You don't say, right? ඒක ඔයා කියන්නේ නැහැ. You have to say self interest coming from the financial interest because the partner is holding shares in the client. That's how you have to say. තේරුණානේ? අන්න ඒ විදිහට කියන්න ඕන. මේ recording එක YouTube දානවා හෙට. IAS will put this into YouTube. වෙලා අහලා බලන්න. එතකොට ඔයාලට මේක exam එකේදී මේ ටික හරියට කරන විදිය ඔයාලට ඔළුවට එයි. Right? Self interest කියලා නිකන් කියන්න එපා. Self review කියලා නිකන් කියන්න එපා. Self review is there for the auditor because of he is reviewing his own tax work, he is reviewing his own accounting work. That will impair his independence, that will impair his objectivity, since he will be biased towards himself, where he will not look at his own mistakes, his own deficiencies. That's how you have to say. Annema thamai වට කියන්නේ. තේරුණානේ? You understood, right? So your threats to independence, when you are explaining, touch upon the principle එක touch කරන්න, right? When you are touching up the principle, okay, say what is the issue in the given case. Case එකේ තියෙන issue එක අනිවාර්යයෙන් මොකක්ද කියලා explain කරන්න. Extremely important, students, right? මේක මාර important, ඒක important. So point that I want to tell you, touch upon the issue එක touch කරන්න. මොකද්ද තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නේ? ඒක ගැන කියන්න. Principle එකත් explain කරන්න. Very important. So fundamental principles ගැන කියද්දී මම දීපු definition code of ethics වල තියෙනවා. Integrity, honest, straightforward, objectivity, not allowing bias, conflict of interest, professional competence. What is that? Everything textbook word එකට කිට්ටුවෙන් යන්නවත් දෙන්න බලන්න. Right? Very important. Very important. Ethical threats ඕන මේ document එකත් ඔයා exam එක ලියද්දී ළඟ තියාගන්න. Right? You can keep it with you. Right? එච්චරට මේක easy කරලා තියෙන CA exam එක. Right? මේ පාර pass නොවි නම් එන්න එපා. Right? Pass වෙන්නම වෙනවා. You have to pass. Right? Threats ගැන කියද්දී self interest, having financial or other interest, blah blah blah. Right? කෙලින්ම එක කියන්න threat එක. This is the threat. So this is the threat. So how to approach practical ethical questions? Examiners mainly ask students to identify and explain the threat and recommend safeguards. Safeguard එක කෙලින්ම කියන්න. Right? ඒක පොඩ්ඩක් outline කරන්න. Safeguard is to, let's say, have separate teams, separate partners, have a quality control partner, review the work, or maybe let's say remove that person from the audit. Definitely straight away kiyan. You have to tell it straight away. Right? Very critical. Make kelimma straight away කියලා දාන්න examiner. Right? So ethical threats question එක ඕමයි answer කරන්න. Right? I'm summarizing මේක අවසාන වතාව වෙන්න පුළුවන් මම threats to independence ඔයාලට corporate level වල කියලා දෙන. Right? Questions දෙකයි ඔයාලට එන්නේ threats to independence. එකක් explain, analyze threats to independence. ඒක කොහොමද analyze කරන්නේ? How you are analyzing it? You are touching upon the principle that is violated, and then because of that specifically what has happened. මොකද ඇත්තටම උනේ ඒක කියන්නේ. The other question is outline your recommendations. Recommendations are the safeguards. Clearly say what are the safeguards. Safeguards මොනවද උනේ කියලා clearly කියන්න. That's all. 5 marks, the 10 marks, the are yours. Right? 5 marks, the 10 marks, the කෙලින්ම ඔයාගේ. No second thoughts. Examiner දඩබඩුම් ගාලා ඔකට ලකුණු දෙනවා. Examiner will definitely provide you the marks for this. Right? So cheer up. මේවා ඔයාලට කරන්න පුළුවන් දේවල්. which you can do, which at the class, inside the class, where we have done heaps of work. Big questions මාර විදියට ලිව්වා. මෙන්න මේ safeguard එක threats to independence question එකේ resignation of from the assignment is the last resort. resignation කියලා දෙන්නේ ඒක අවසාන එක. සමහරලාට අපේ එකම safeguard මේ කියන්නේ safeguard එක වෙන්න පුළුවන් අපේ resignment එකේ assignment එකේ. that is the last resort. ඒක අපිට අවසානට කරන්නේ serious issue එකක් නම් examiner කියලා තියෙන්නේ last resort එකක් විදිහට safeguard එක resignation උත් ඔයාලට දෙන්න පුළුවන්. right? Okay, so I have given you some examples. right? threat එක දීලා තියෙනවා how to reduce, right? state matter that blah 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 blah. example එකකුත් දීලා තියෙනවා, right? audit manager owns shares in the client company creating a self interest threat. okay, safeguard the audit manager must dispose the shares with the client company as soon as possible. directly කියන්න දරබඩස් දාලා. okay, right? 10 marks you obtain for threats. ethics question again, out of the 10 marks, or let's say whatever the marks given to you, keep in mind ඔයා score කරනවා 8 to 10 marks ගන්නවා කියලා අනිවාර්යෙන් ඔලුවට දාගන්න. 5 marks දෙනවා නම් අනිවාර්යෙන් definitely 5 marks මම ගන්නවා කියලා මේ question එකේ ගන්නවාමයි කියලා ඔලුවට දාගන්න. right? very important. explain the threat and provide the safeguard. right? ලකුණු 50 ගන්න තියෙන, right? 50 marks you have to score. right? එතනින් 10ක් 5ක් ඕකෙන් දාගත්තා නම් වැඩේ close. students, if you have understood how to answer the threats to independence question, right? If you understood how to answer the threats to independence question, please type yes. එතකොට මට ඊළඟ question එකට move වෙන්න පුළුවන්. I can move to the next question. Please type yes. okay, guys, is my screen not clear to you? So will this come with quality control? Yes. Yes, Vikram Raja, it can come with quality control SLQC1. Mama, a question again. Great. Afka, you shared this exam techniques to the others also. Good job. Little bit blurred. Wait. Is it same now? තාමත් එහෙමද ප්‍රශ්න? Is it same now? Little bit blurred, right? Little bit. Just bear with me, right? Some issues are there with. Right? Okay. Great. Still same, right? Okay. Bear with me. I am sharing this particular this thing. Wait a moment now. How about now? Then come on. How about it now? Still the same? Same as previous. Can't see anything. What is that? Before was better. Wait. Then come. How is it now? It is worse. Okay. Earlier better. Okay, right. Shall I move with the other one? Right. Okay, students. Next important question is this one: audit planning and risk assessment. Anivarayai, how can I tell you? Anivarayai definite. මම මේ දවස්වල Tamil ඉගෙන ගන්න පටන් ගත්තා. I have started learning Tamil. තාම මේ අනිවාර්යයකට තාම දන්නේ නැහැ මොකක්ද කියලා, right? Okay. So this is definite. It is coming, right? Audit planning and risk assessment. Students, SLAUS 300, audit plan 315, 315, risk assessment through understanding the business 330, response 320, materiality 240, what is that, fraud 250, laws and regulations 600, group audit, right? These standards deadly, right? These standards are extremely important. හොඳට බලා ගන්න, right? Extremely important. These standards. Okay. So the standard is extremely important. Standards are extremely important. Wait. Risk assessment. Risk assessment question, students. I have several times shared to you COVID-19 related risks, right? Mama yesterday ඔයගලන්ට share කරා COVID-19 risk assessment කරන විදිය. This question is extremely important. You ඔන්නන් ලියා ගන්න ලියලා තියලා exam එකේදී පස්සේ අපෙන් ආන්න සර් මේක ආවනේ කියලා, right? Students, this thing, what is that? Ratio analysis use karanna, use ratio analysis. Can you remember the 8 ratios that I have told you? මම ඔයාලට කියපු 8 ratios මතකයි නේද? Use those 8 ratios in analyzing the risk, right? Very important. When you are doing the risk assessment question, when you are answering it, make a important මෙන්න මේ part එක තමයි ඔයාගේ this part is the one which will define you how you get the correct answer. Correct answer එක define වෙන්නේ මෙන්න මෙතන. Whatever the risk that you have identified, link that to the financial statement line item that will be misstated. Did you hear that? Right? Whatever the risk that you have identified, let's say you have identified the gross profit margin has increased rapidly. So gross profit margin last year the gross profit margin was 20%. This year it is 35%. Risk, no? Right? Risk. So rapid increase in gross profit margin. Then what you have to do? Link that to the relevant financial statement line item. Take a link කරන්න financial statement line item එකට. Inventory will be misstated, maybe. Revenue cut off, right? Revenue occurrence. Tell the examiner this is exactly what can go wrong. නිකං ඔහේ අන්නං වාලේ උත්තර දෙන්න එපා, please. Okay. Very important. අර SLAUS 200 එකේ එන 200, whatever coming in SLAUS 200, professional skepticism, professional judgment, right? Use them. This question, what you have to do is link everything, right? ඔක්කොම හරියට link කරන්න, everything link to the relevant financial statement line item, right? Before this also I have shared with you a document. Me ඉස්සෙල්ලත් ඔයාලට document එකක් මම share කරා. Exam techniques exam support අර මතකයිනේ මම share කරපු අර මගේ document එක ඒකේ තියෙන standards ඔක්කොම බලන්න. Look at all those standards. මේ question එකේ planning and risk assessment, right? Defining point is analyze the risk, identify the risk, and link that to financial statement line item. මේක හොඳට මතකතුව කරන්න අපේ ළමයි කරන්න නැති වැඩේ ඕක. Our students, what our students are not doing is we don't link the risk to the financial statement line item. Very important you do it in that way, right? Defining point ලියලා තියාගන්න ඕක තමයි ඔයා කරන්න ඕන. This is what you have to do in your question when you are answering, right? මේ මම ඔයාලත් එක්ක අද share කරන document එක which I am sharing. Read this with the document which I have shared with you about 1 month, 1.5 months back. ඔයාලට මතකයිනේ මම එක Mahindra IAS has also sent it to you. I also shared that in my WhatsApp. If you want, I will share it once again also. ඒකත් එක්ක මේක කියවන්න. Defining point in this particular question, risk assessment and audit planning, is that link your risk to the line item, right? Because we are doing risk-based auditing. Materiality calculate karanna, do materiality calculation. Performance materiality, last time they have asked the trivial materiality also, where that's the least materiality. So trivial materiality gana katha kara, materiality calculate karanna, benchmarks tika ganda, take those benchmarks, do the materiality calculation. Give me a moment. Okay. Right, great. Audit planning and risk assessment. This is extremely critical question. Risk assessment, COVID-19 related risk, right? Sometimes inventory may be obsolete now because shops were closed. Shops wala tiyena inventory obsolete wenna puluwan. Impairment risk enna puluwan, right? Impairment risk can come. Sales drop, window dressing risk definitely can come, right? Window dressing risk, impairment risk, inventory obsolete. Receivables cannot be collected. Receivables collect karanna bෑ. ඒක හන්ද bad and doubtful debts risk ඔය එනවා ඕන තරම්, right? Maybe මේවා එන්න පුළුවන්. Sometimes intangible assets, brand dilution, you have to impair those, right? Very critical. මේවා එන්න පුළුවන්. Business වාලා තිබිලා ඔය ප්‍රශ්න ඔක්කොම, staff layoff, ඊට පස්සේ staff legal actions taken against the company, right? Government regulations, this and that. I can name you anything. ඒ හැම risk එකටම ළමයි ready වෙලා ඉන්න, right? Get ready for all those risks. Give me a moment. Okay, right? This is the question, risk assessment. So I have given you some examples, pitfalls, bad example for answering. Look at this. Audit risk is one of the receivable has gone into liquidation owing to rupees 400 million and no allowance has made. The account could be misstated, fails to mention which account, or mention kala naha mon account ekata, and the real outcome whether it is over or understated. අන්න ඒවා කියන්න ඕන. Overstate වෙනවා, understate වෙනවා, receivables impair වෙනවා. අන්න ඒවා කෙලින්ම කියන්න ඕන. You have to directly say, right? This question, audit risk. Critical, right? Friends, next question. Internal controls. This is the next important question which is definitely coming. Internal controls question. ඔයා මම දන්නවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ හොඳටම දන්නවා කියලා මේක දැන්. Two questions මේකේ තාන්නේ. He is asking only two questions. One is identify the deficiencies in internal controls. deficiencies in internal controls. When the examiner asks from you, you have to identify what are the issues with that. Evaluate the control environment. Kelima course of framework apply karan. Apply the course of framework. Identify the issues with the course of control environment. See situations where internal control breaches. Internal control breach වල තියෙන situations identify කරන්න දරබඩස් ගාලා examiner කියලා දාන්න. Tell that to the examiner. කෙලින්ම කියන්න. He will ask you control objectives sometimes. Control objective කියව ගමන් control objectives ටිකක් ගාලා දෙන්න. Fraud prevention, compliance to laws and regulations, efficient and effective operations. කෙලින්ම කියන්න. ඊට පස්සේ next answer. The next question is asking recommendations. When he says recommendations, it should be that particular internal control that you are recommending. Spam soap again kelima danna. Whether to do segregation of duties, or whether to have a particular physical control, whether to approve something, kelima control like a test of controls. Examiner, if the examiner asks you test of controls, inquiry, inspection, observation, reperformance, reconciliation, recalculation, evain kelima danna test of control like. If it is segregation of duties, your test of control is observation. If it is, let's say, approval, your test of control will be inspection. ඒ වගේ අපි කියපුවා මෙතන තියෙනවා ඒ ටික කෙලිම අරන් දාන්න definite question ethics question එක වගේ තමයි. Likewise the ethics question, this is a highly answerable question. මේක ලේසියෙන්ම answer කරන්න පුළුවන් question එකක් ඕගලන්ට, right? So evaluate the threat, evaluate the problem, evaluate the shortcoming in internal control, suggest an internal control, or provide your test of control. Very easy question which you can gain marks, right? Marks ganna puluwan lokuma easy question එකක් තමයි මේ internal control question එක, right? Very easy question. මේක නිකන් ඉල්ලාට බලන්න, right? Then new area in your exam, internal audit, right? Internal audit has not been touched much. මේක ලොකුවට touch කරලා තිබුණේ නැහැ in your mock exam paper, not been touched much. But I have a funny doubt that sometimes examiner may test this part, right? මේ part එක test කරන්න තියෙන chance එකක් තියෙනවා, right? So therefore very important, that you go through my note on internal audit, right? So internal audit part එක පොඩ්ඩක් බලා ගන්න. මොකද because now you know this COVID-19 related risks are coming, no? So therefore sometimes they may ask from you risk management එකක් හදන්න කියලා, risk management strategy එකක් develop කරන්න. So in your risk management strategy, internal audit should be a definite part, right? So go through internal auditing standards, right? අපි මතකයිනේ අපි internal auditing standard එක කතා කරා. So read it. Internal audit framework එකක් කොහොමද හදන්නේ, how you are developing the internal audit framework, to whom the internal auditor should report. They should report directly to the audit committee or the chairman. අන්න ඒ වගේ පොඩමනිය funny feeling එකක් එනවා මේක ඒ වගේ කියලා පොඩ බලාගෙන internal audit this particular area, right? Go through this, very important. So audit evidence question එක අපි ආයි නිකන් වලේ වටන question එක තමයි audit evidence, SLAS 500, right? Very important. Then all these auditing substantive procedures, audit evidence question. I will not talk much on this. When you are answering audit evidence question, students, අර මම කියවනේ මොනවද, when you are answering ethics question or risk question, I told you, when you answer a risk question, align that to the financial statement line item that will be misstated. ඒ වගේ when you are telling the examiner what are the audit procedures කියද්දී, when you are saying assertion එකත් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම කියන්න මොන assertion එකද ඔයා test කරන්න යන්නේ. tell the examiner what is the assertion you are going to test. What test කරන්න යන assertion එක මොකක්ද කියලා examiner ට කියන්න. Tell him what is the assertion you are going to test. Very important, right? So tell him what is the assertion you are going to test. ඉතින් එතකොට impairment වල audit procedures. What are the audit procedures for impairment? What are the audit procedures for intangible assets? Right? අරවට අමතරව common audit procedures for property plant and equipments, receivables, revenue, ඒවට අමතරව impairment audit procedures for goodwill, audit procedures for intangible assets, ඔන්න ඔය වගේ specific areas ටිකක් පොඩ්ඩක් බලා ගන්න important වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Maybe important point, when you are writing down the audit procedure, always say what is the assertion you are going to test. Test කරන assertion එකත් එක්කම examiner ට කියන්න. Tell him what is the assertion you are going to test. Right? I have given you some these read at home, right? මේ ටික ගෙදරදී කියව ගන්න. Last question, last thing that I want to discuss with you with regard to this particular document, audit review and reporting. Students, I hope you have a better knowledge on may standard tika අනිවාර්යයි. 560 subsequent events හොඳට බලා ගන්න, because after 31st March, COVID-19 lockdowns came on March, right? March ආවේ lockdown. March වලට පස්සේ first wave came, second wave COVID-19 came. So subsequent events are very critical. Active duty, passive duty, මතකයි නේ? Very critical. In the mock exam also, examiner has asked from you audit procedures for inventory, right? Other than roll back, roll forward. Can you remember audit procedures for inventory? ඒ වගේ subsequent period එකේ audit procedures ආන්න පුළුවන්. Subsequent events, active duty, passive duty හොඳට බලා ගන්න. Going concern බලා ගන්න. What are the audit reporting you do for going concern? 570 critical, written representation 580 critical, 700, 701, 705, 706, 720. Key audit matters 80 ඔක්කොම බලා ගන්න, right? ඔය standard ටික අනිවාර්යයි. ඔයාගේ open book items විදියට ඕනනම් ළඟින් exam එකේ තියාගත්තත් කමක් නැහැ ඔය standard ටිකේ මගේ note එක. Right? Keep my note with you as open book items. මේ standard ටික. I am again repeating. I repeat කරනවා. 560, 570, 580 මේ ටික critical. 560, 570, 580, 700, 701, 705, 706, 720. 720 එකත් පොඩ්ඩක් නිකන් බලා ගන්න. Chairman මොකක් හරි, chairman would have said some boasting that will be a material inconsistency with what you have said. So contradictions, misstatement of fact, මතකයි නේ? So those standards go through. Keep my note with you. මේ standards ටිකේ expert ගේ standard එක බලා ගන්න. Right? Auditing, using the work of an expert, internal auditor, service organization, මේ standards ටික හොඳට බලා ගන්න ළමයි. Very important. Right? And digitalization, the reporting pattern, before digitalization, reporting standard, materiality calculate කරන්න බලා ගන්න, pervasiveness and materiality. Very important. Materiality and pervasiveness. How you decide on pervasiveness? Those 3 points. Pervasiveness 3 points බලා ගන්න. Unable to obtain evidence 3 points. Misstatement 3 points. ඒ points ඔක්කොම one by one බලා ගන්න. ඒකයි මම කිව්වේ. note එක මගේ තියාගන්න ඔයා ගාව exam එක කරනකොට සමහර විට වැදගත් වෙන්න පුළුවන් note එක තියාගන්න එක. It will be important that you keep your note. Very important. Right? So that's about that. Digitalization topic එක. Right? Computer assisted auditing techniques, audit software, test data, right? Big data, robotic process automation, right? Fintech, AA ටික how I say, ඊට පස්සේ අර phishing emails, antivirus, data hacking, ඔය ටික පොඩ්ඩක් බලා ගන්න, study pack එක චුට්ටක් බලා ගන්න, digitalization පැත්ත, digitalization ටිකක් ඉස්සරහට favorite වේගෙන එනවා මේ environment එකේ exam minute. ඔය hacking, hack වෙලා data corrupt වෙලා unable to obtain evidence, ඔය side එකත් පොඩ්ඩක් students look at it more favorably ඔය ටික හොඳට බලා ගන්න. COVID-19 related risk ටික හොඳට බලාගෙන යන්න. Very important for your exam. මේ ටික exam එකට ඕන වෙයි. Right? So that's basically about the discussion points that I wanted to discuss with you. Right? මේ මම කියන document එක, the document that I am sharing with you, students, include some good answers from you, bad answers from you. Right? මම නිකන් compare කරලාත් ඔයාලට දීලා තියෙනවා. I have given you some comparison. So use that. Take about 1 hour, 2 hours time. Go through this. You can gain a good understanding of how to master your paper. Paper එක master කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා හොඳ මේකක් එනවා. This time also, because I am expecting the price එක මම expect කරනවා. That's why very important to tell you students, MCQ questions, MCQs, take it easy. Easy විදියට බලන්න, වැඩි stress වෙන්න එපා. අර පමණක් question සමහරට negative answers ඉල්ලන්න පුළුවන්. What is not the correct one? What is not the correct one? Sometimes right? He may ask from you. Students, not to worry if the screen is blurred or something has happened. I will be sharing this document. My document එක share කරනවා. I'll be sharing with you, so you can go through this. Not to worry, right? So I don't keep anything with me, right? Sharing all this, so you can go through this. Okay, right. Before I go into Q&A, I will give you about 10 minutes Q&A. Points important: typing speed. Don't waste much time to reference material වලට වැඩි වෙලාවක් use කරන්න එපා. අර කියපු විදියට answers ටික develop කරගන්න. mock paper එකයි ඒකට තියෙන answer එකයි හොඳට go through කරන්න. mock paper and its answer, go through it properly. Right? In the meantime, in our WhatsApp media, I will share different things. මට තව එන ඒවා මම share කරන්නම් in the last moment, because always I know whatever we do at the last moment will come in the exam. I last moment take කරන ඔක්කොම exam එකේ එනවා කියලා මට හොඳටම I know, right? So that's what I, from my experience, I have gathered from you, right? Great. So students, it's question time. Right now you can ask questions, because these days your time is also extremely important, I know, because you are doing as I always tell you, power play studying, last moment studying, right? We'll keep our question time for 10 minutes, right? I will answer your questions as well. So can you give some tips for how to refer study pack for some critical MCQs? Study pack for some critical MCQs. Study pack, students, one thing I always do for my exams, if it is a open book exam, online open book එකක් නම් මම කරන්නේ study pack එක මම label කරගන්නවා. I am labeling. අර දන්නවනේ label කරන විදිය, අර bookmark sticky note එක ගන්න, ඒකේ ලියලා label කරගන්න. මේකේ topic එක මොකද්ද, topic එක මොකද්ද කියලා sticky note අලව ගන්න. You can do it. Take about 1 hour, පැයක් විතර ගන්න. study pack එකයි tute ඒවා label කරගන්න. එතකොට පටස් ගාලා ඔබ කියව පෙරලා ඉන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. You don't have to turn pages, but you can refer. Right? That's one thing I do to save my time if it is an open book exam. You also can do it. නැත්තම් වෙන්නේ you have to, otherwise what happens, you have to turn pages පෙරලා බලන්න ඕනේ. It eats up your time එක waste වෙනවා. අද ඕනනම් පුළුවන් නම් පැයක් කරන් sticky note ටිකක් කරන් ටක් ගාලා ගහගන්න ඒ sticky notes ඒ areas වලට. Okay, that's one thing I do that has given me a lot of time advantage. Okay, so that's one thing I do with regard to easing up my time. Any more questions? Any more questions? Students, හිතේ තියාගෙන ඉන්න එපා, right? Don't keep it in your heart. This is the last moment that you can express, right? And ask questions. Sir, can we refer the online study pack, the PDF version? PDF version also, I think you can, right? PDF version එකත් මම හරියටම දන්නේ නැහැ. I don't know. You can, if they allow you, sometimes you can do copy pasting as well, right? හරිද? Right? PDF එක ඔයාලට use කරන්න පුළුවන් වුණොත් copy paste කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. يعني audit procedure එකක් වගේ නම් ටක් ගාලා ගත්තා copy paste කරා. You can do it, right? ඒක චුට්ටක් බලන්න වෙනවා. මම ඒක share මම කියන්නම් online study pack එක ඔයාලට බලන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා, right? එහෙමනම් copy pasting පොඩ්ඩක් පුළුවන්. හැබැයි copy, when you are doing copy pasting, align that to the exam paper. Can't copy paste in LMS. LMS it's disabled, right? LMS it's disabled, so you can't do copy pasting, but you can refer that thing. ඒක කරන්න පුළුවන්, right? That means you can refer the study pack. I'll check that and tell you. හැබැයි whatever your answer should be according to the case, right? Then a case එකට අනුව තමයි ඔයාගේ answer එක වෙන්න ඕන. Very important. Answer should be according to the given case. So mock exam means online mock exam, or which we discussed the mock paper in the class. Mock exam means, students, the online mock exam, right? That I told you, no, where I told you that paper similar to the mock paper which is coming, not the paper that we have done in the class, right? ඒකත් බලන්න online mock එක වගේ එකක් තමයි ඔයාලට එන්නේ, right? Online mock එක වගේ එකක් තමයි එන්නේ, right? So which type of situation include other information? SLA 720 para in audit report. Any example? Other information, director's report. Now director, these days directors are always try to window dress, right? Because their performance has gone down. Bonus is linked to the performance, so may try to window dress, right? So window dressing, director's report පොඩ්ඩක් මේ දවස්වල පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න, right? No, anything received from CASL. Nothing has received from chartered account CA Sri Lanka for the online exam yet. Yeah, CA Sri Lanka will send you, students. CA Sri Lanka KY, right? They are also working very, very hard, right? Hard times. So so can we mute the microphone during the exam? Muting, it's up to the examiner, right? The proctor may tell you what to do. Yeah, කිව්වොත් mute කරන්න නැත්නම් on කරන්න, I don't know, right? ඒක examiner කියයි. So other than study pack, can we use other soft copies also? They say full open book nang anything. Other soft copy, you can use anything. Can we type the answers in the Excel for questions for the internal control deficient and recommended and then upload it? You don't do it. Provide your answers in the given space, right? Deepu space එකේ විතරක් answers ලියන්න. Don't answers වෙන තැන් වල ලියන්න එපා. So can we take the screenshots of our answered paper? Screenshots of your answered paper, you can take it, right? Screenshot එකක් ගන්න, ඒක answer කරපු එකේ photo එකක් ගන්න, no problem. Take කරන්න, right? පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න proctor allow කරනවාද කියලා. See, right? Okay. Group audit. Group audit SLA was 600. Group audit it's a very straightforward standard, students. Go through the study pack. Study pack එක පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න. study pack එක බලලා බලන්න මමත් පොඩි ඔයාලට එවන්නම් පොඩි note එකක් summarize කරලා group audit කියන එක I will summarize the standard and I will send you එකත් මම එවන්නම් right to that level I will send you right exam timetable they have sent you no auditing I think is on 12th timetable they have published it 12th yes auditing is on 12th right already sent yes timetable they have sent update මේ දවස්වල update එකකින් ළමයි right very important yes 8:45 a.m. to 12:30 right okay so keep logged on to our WhatsApp our social media platforms anything which I come across මට හම්බෙන මොනවා හරි තියෙනවා නම් මම ඔයගලන්ට දානවා students how to save our time when answering theoretical questions when you are answering theoretical questions how to save your time saving your time what you have to do is students only thing answer to the action verb එකට ලියන්න වෙන වෙන දේවල් ලියන්න නැතුව that's the only way that you can save your time other than that nothing yes second online mock exam they have asked to mute the microphone yes that's true because in the first online mock exam they asked to switch on the microphone and everyone was the sounds got gone here and there and people were disrupted so in the second one they have asked to mute the microphone great now last 5 minutes in our discussion students this thing right I shall stop sharing my maker what do you call this thing last 5 moments students we started our exam with a purpose right අපි අපේ exam එක පටන් ගත්තේ with a purpose because this is a life defining exam for all of us right this is very personal thing that I am sharing with you students I had to undergo a lot of hardships as a university undergraduate right as a audit trainee articles trainee because obvious problem the money right සල්ලි නැති ප්‍රශ්න අපි හැමෝටම තිබුණා right I had to live with 1500 audit firm allowance Mahapola 2500 from 4500 I have to live 1 month but students somehow I coped with it I got through the exams became a member students it changed my life right this is not something that where A-level teacher explaining something to you this is my personal experience I'm telling you right getting the membership in CS Sri Lanka has definitely changed my life not only my life lives of thousands of other people in our country right so you also can do that right this is a very critical thing it's all about your life right so still you are not if you are feeling that still you are now you are late you are not late students still you have time තාම ඔයගලන්ට වෙලාව තියෙනවා right අද ඉඳන් ඉතුරු දවස් 3-4 next 3 to 4 days plan properly study well have a refreshed mind face the exam because students one thing we started this with a purpose අපි මේක purpose එකක් එක පටන් ගත්තේ it was delayed for almost 6 months now right we can't allow our life to go back because of this මේක හන්ද අපේ life එක පිටිපස්සට යන්න බෑ okay our life should not go back because of this so we all have dreams අපි ඔක්කොටම dreams තියෙනවානේ I have my own dreams you have your own dreams a good life stressless life right? Good income, all thing, everything, right? It's our dream. And be a member, right? One day. So keep that into your mind. Uh, always focus on your goal, focus on your dream, right? Uh, talk to yourself, somehow I will get through this. මම කොහොම හරි මේකෙන් ගොඩ යනවා කියලා හිතලා මේ වැඩේ කරන්න ළමයි, right? Somehow I will get through this, because extremely important. That's how we manage our life. අපි අපේ life එක manage කරගන්න එක හරිම වැදගත්. So students, I know that you take your responsibility. Think about your parents. අම්මයි තාත්තා දිහා මතක් කරගන්න. Think about your family, because your family needs your help. Family එක ඔයාගේ support එක ඔයා බලපානවා, because they spend for you ඔයාට වියදම් කරා. දැන් ඔයා ඒගොල්ලන්ට ආයි ගෙවන්න ඕන. You have to pay back them. That's your duty. Think about their faces, right? If you are married, think about your family, your wife, your children. Very important. You have a duty and responsibility towards them. And finally, students, think about yourself. ඔයා ගැනත් හිතන්න, right? You struggle, bus එකේ charter වෙනවා, right? ලොක්කොන්ගෙන් බැනුම් අහනවා, right? Everything, right? ඒ ඔක්කොම ආට වෙනවා. It happens to you. How to overcome that? ඒ ඔක්කොගෙම overcome වෙන්න ඕන. කොහමද වෙන්නේ? Pass an exam එක. මේ exam එක pass වෙන්න. Keep that in mind. Very important, right? Ultimately, it's your life. මේ ඔක්කොම ඔයාගේ ජීවිතය ගැන, right? ජීවිතය අපි මේ life එක, this life is only once. Winner කෙනෙක් විදියට මැරෙන්න, right? Die like a winner, right? Not like a loser. Keep that into your mind. හොඳට තමන් ගැන proud වෙන්න, තමන් ගැන ආඩම්බර වෙන්න. You came up to this level. මේ දුර ආවා. අපි හැමෝම අඳුනගත්තා. We all got to know each other. It's a nice time we spent, right? අපි තාමත්ම හොඳ කාලයක් අපි spend කරා. We spent, I think this will not be our goodbye, right? Make up a goodbye in a way. We are meeting up once again, sometimes in our strategic level as well. Definitely our strategic level එකදී අපි ආය හම්බ වෙනවා, because in your accounting, that means ABR, advanced business reporting, in that also 45% or 50% is auditing, risk management. So again we are meeting up. So this is not the goodbye, but students, very important, talk to yourself. Other gilla washroom එකේ කණ්ණාඩි ඉස්සරහා දිහා බලලා බලන්න ඔයාගේ මුණ දිහා, right? ඇස් දෙක දිහා බලන්න කොච්චර ඔයා මහන්සි වුණාද කියලා. Talk to yourself. You feel like crying, right? You feel like crying to how much that you have spent, how long you have spent. So definitely මට මොකක් හරි මට motivation එකක් ඕන නම් මම ඒක කරන්න එක, right? I go to my washroom, look at my mirror and look at myself. At that time I feel like crying. The amount of effort, the struggle I have put into my life to make my life to this level. So that gives me the motivation. And thereafter I see my from my mind I look at my family, right? My family ke diya balna. I have a responsibility to them. I have a responsibility to my parents, right? And I have a responsibility to myself. So that will definitely motivate you. You can do it, students. ඔයගලන්ට මේක කරන්න පුළුවන්. I know you will do it. I know you will make myself proud. I know you will make your family proud. I will know that you will make ultimately you all proud, yourself proud, right? So I pray, and in the next few days you guys will be in my prayers. You guys will be in my mind always. I expect all the good for you. ඔයගලන්ට වෙන්න තියෙන හොඳම දේ තමයි වෙන්න ඕන, right? The best thing should happen to you. That's my expectation and my dream, right? And I expect the prize winner once again for the, I think, third consecutive time and the fifth time. Mama පටන් අරන් classes only 4 years now for chartered accountancy. 4 prize winners came, and this time එතකොට මේ පාර આવොත් third consecutive එක දිගට ආපු තුන්වෙනියා වෙනවා. right? Mate hat trick එක ගහ ගන්නත් ඕන. I want to hit the hat trick as well. Very important. So it's my expectation. That's the only thing that I'm expecting from you, right? මගෙන් expect කරන්නේ එච්චරයි ඔයාලගෙන් ඒක අපිට කරලා දෙන්න, right? So students, thank you very much for your participation, and my students have given all the promotion to me, right? The promotion, marketing, advertising, students, you have given it. People are coming towards me because of you, because of the references that you guys are giving. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දෙන reference එකෙන් තමයි ළමයි එන්නේ, because that's why hundreds of students are coming to us. Even though we do very little marketing, අපි තාමත්ම අඩු marketing ප්‍රමාණයක් කරලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඔක්කොම අපි ගාවට එන්නේ ඒ හේතුව හන්දා. The largest class in the island for chartered accountancy because of you all. So I see people are showing their muscles, right? You show your muscles. So show your muscles in the exams, right? So ladies and gentlemen, over to you, up to you. And I know in another maximum 1.5 years time to 1 year's time, we all meet up in CA Sri Lanka lobby or CA Sri Lanka lounge or CA Sri Lanka annual conference. We all meet up as members equally, not as a student and a teacher, student as a lecturer. We all meet up as members of CA Sri Lanka equally, and we share the same drink, we share the same lunch, we share the same lobby, the lounge, we share the same dress code, we share the same membership directory, we share the same spirit with us, right? So students, this is not the goodbye. Hope all of you do well, stay safe, do your exam really well. I pray for you, and show your muscle at the exam, right? You guys are warriors, you guys are champions, you can do really well at the exam, right? Now go straight away to your study table, start studying, do your studies, work on, give your 101% for the exam, right? Thank you very much, students. We are meeting up again. We'll be meeting up again for definitely for strategic level, and then we will meet up again as members of CA Sri Lanka. Thank you very much, students. I am leaving the note here. For anything, you have my number. Contact me, keep in touch. So stay safe, you will win, and you will definitely be members. Thank you.